been talking about. Do I win a prize if I get it right? Because if not, I'm not going to bother answering your silly questions. Okay, 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 okay. Had a tricky week, did you? Come on now. We're all just here to have fun. It's Friday night, and the lights are low. Da 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 da. Isn't that Dancing Queen or something? And who doesn't just suddenly get all kinds of happy when Dancing Queen comes on? You? I don't. I mean, I just don't. I recognize it, of course. Okay, here's the other thing. I was going to wait until somebody was in the room before I shared this. Oh, I'll bet you I'm not broadcasting publicly. Hold on, I'm going to... Oh, yes, I am. It's because somebody just popped on and said, Yo, Undarafa Kitri. I was trying earlier to do a broadcast. Hi, Kathy, Jane and Kathy, right on time. I would expect nothing less and would be shocked if I did get something less. Who else? Oh, you love Dancing Queen. Yes, yes, yes. ABBA. Have you seen Mamma Mia? I haven't. You know why? Because I just don't care. It was just another group that was playing music when I was in 7th grade. Tracy and I were just talking about this, that it doesn't matter. You may notice the absence of a dog. There's no dog here in my lap. There's no dog in the house. The dog in question isn't even in the neighborhood, ladies and gentlemen. Hi, Terry. Hold it. Jane doesn't like Meryl Streep. Jane, did you see Defending Your Life with Albert Brooks? Is it that you don't like the character she plays? Is it her acting? Is there some political stance? Well, Terry, I chose the music just for you. I tuned in a little bit. I said to myself, Bob, because that's what I call myself when you're not around, what would Terry want? And I just went to the music page and I just didn't even, you know what I'm saying? It was like a pendulum thing. No dig, staring at the floor. I know you meant dog, I think. So today I'm using the Stream Deck to control the show, but nothing's controlling my brain. And what makes it a show? I think it's just because I said. If it's got her, I don't watch any movie she's in. Oh, Jane, okay. Jeez Louise. I don't know what she did. Was it Kramer versus Kramer? Was her character just so contemptible to you that you just said, that's it, I'm done. Canceled. Meryl Streep, canceled. I'm sorry. It's not like, look, Sophie's Choice. I didn't see that. I will never see it. There's a lot of Meryl Streep movies I wouldn't see because I just don't like, dramas for the most part, I guess. Jane says yes. Terry, they're fun. I'm just getting used to it. I just threw this one together. So the idea is that I would, learn the buttons by feel and not look back. And right now I'm just going between a couple, but in a moment, we'll be going over here. And over here, and one more too. The one I don't want to accidentally press is the one that's right next to the main button, and I knew I shouldn't have put it there. And I don't know why. I think I just like to live on the edge. But it's the button that starts and stops the stream. The big red button right there that says STR. Doesn't look red to you, but believe me, it is. Right next to the one that chooses this. If I go to comments and come back to this, is that an Echo Show or something else? Oh, no, it's not. It's a Stream Deck. It's actually a piece of equipment just for this. When you said Echo, I thought, oh my God, is the audio messed up? Because I just can't. Do you know what I'm saying? All right, look, I've bantered about long enough. Yesterday morning, I shared this website with you called ArtBreeder. And I've played with it a lot more since then. And I have also realized that there is a version that it works on your phone. So everything I'm going to do on the screen, you can also do on your phone just by going to artbreeder.com if you are so inclined to do that. And so I've just decided that I'm going to just make some faces and talk to you while I do it, and you can watch or not. To me, watching these faces just get created from nothing or pieces of other images it's fascinating. And I never get tired of it. It's mesmerizing to me. So I thought I'd just put on some music, right, and mesmerize, and talk about whatever is on my mind. And of course, check in with you. Terry, I'm glad you're not a hypnotist, because that might work, and then the stream would be over. All right, if you didn't see this the other day, here's a brief explanation. ArtBreeder uses artificial intelligence to create art from other art, and I'll just show you. It's way easier. Now, you guys know that I'm obsessed with software and apps that mess with your face. Well, this, and I've shared Face app that changes gender and age, and a lot of stuff this will do numerous times. But this just takes everything to just a mind-boggling new level. And you'll see here there are 1, 2, 3, 6, 10 categories. I'm only going to play with one right now, and that is portraits. Now, you'll notice over here that's underneath my little box here, there's some animations going on there. One of the things this allows you to do is just kind of a built-in tool, but you only have a certain amount of frames with your accounts, and I've got a free account, so there's 600 frames, so I've used them all basically, but I did do one of these. You can create a bunch of faces, string them all together, and it'll do a morph like this. So these are just some faces that I had either created or just chose at random just to test this thing. The very first face right there is actually a picture of me that I uploaded. You can upload your own pictures, but if you do, it messes with them immediately. So it would not be me. And I'll probably end up showing you the one I uploaded of Tracy, and it changed it slightly. Her picture looks more like her than my picture does of me. But so I'm just going to click on. There's 3 different methods. You compose from various pieces. You can upload images. Images I've uploaded, and right now it's only showing the one of Tracy. So we can start right there if you'd like. And then once you choose a starting image, now you can use all of these sliders here to mess with various parameters, including age, gender, width of face, what direction the head's in, ethnicity, artistic style, all sorts of happy, angry, blue-eyed, different things. Okay, so for example, if I just slide this over the gender scale up to 1 point something, you see this work in progress. As I move it over all the way, it looks like this. Now that's kind of a weird one, but I can say let's take the eyes that are open and just close them a bit. Let's take any kind of makeup that might be being applied and drag that down. We can change the width of the face a little bit. Let's see, what else can we do? Open the mouth. Add some black hair. Make the hair darker, right? Age it up a bit. Right? Now, if I close the mouth and I have this face that's basically straight on like this, what I can do is save it here, and here's a bunch of saved pictures that I've done, and when I save it there, I can immediately access it from my phone here by going to my profile, finding it. I can mess with it here with the sliders just like I did there, but the reason I'm doing this is because then I can save the picture to my photos, go to Avatarify, our favorite app, add this as an avatar. Let's see. And bring it to life in just seconds. So creating a human, and we'll play with other styles. And you'll see just this incredible range. And then bringing it to life on an app where I could actually pop into a Zoom room or something like that, like this, in just a few seconds. Let's start from scratch. Create, portrait, let's see, compose. Now they just give you some to start with, right? So let's just say they can change drastically. I'll just start with this one, because what you can do is once you have one that's saved, you click it and now you have access to all of this. You can click on children up here, if you see where it says children, and it'll sort of make modifications based on the seed, if you will, right? The seed image. And you can, with the slider, you can say whether they're more different siblings. Like, see, here's a brother. Here's somebody with glasses. So see, just like that, it doesn't even matter what you started with. Now I've got this image, and I can start from scratch with this one. Let's take away facial hair. And for some reason, turns into a woman. But if I slide the gender scale back over, now we've got a guy again. And again, I'm moving it pretty drastically, but if I do it little by little, you can see the minute changes in just the hair. And you'll notice this stuff, it looks real. It doesn't look hacked together or anything like that, am I right? Avatarify is an app on the iPhone. All right, let's go back. So I just like to use this to create characters that I can use in Avatarify for my Instagram channel or whatever little creative project I have. So I just thought, well, I'm going to sit here and just make some people. Again, closing the mouth is best for my purposes in Avatarify. And this is just, average dude. So I just save him, and then I can go back to him on my phone immediately and bring him right into Avatarify. I can do it by saving it on my computer and then sending it over to my phone, and why would I do that? The changing the ethnicity, for lack of a better word, is amazing. So I'm just going to go across and just sort of demonstrate one by one what happens here. I'm just going to, a little bit at a time. This is the Asian slider, right? So that's actually a lot. But if I just barely do it, you can see the varying degrees. Now, if you go way too extreme on anything, sometimes you get cartoons or you get kind of crazy stuff like that. Obviously, that's not what we're going for. We'll slide the art slider over. Now, see, now it looks like a freaking painting. That's incredible to me. This website, now look, all of this in an app, these are the type, like Face App, for example, the one I love. But I can now do with this a lot of what I can do in Face App. Not everything. Well, I don't even know that that's true. Check this out. One of my favorite things to do in Face App is morphing, right? Like I'll start with my face or a celebrity face, and then I'll put my face on it or whatever. That's what you use crossbreed for. So now we're back because I didn't save that modification. So here's the base image. Now I can select an image. It can be any image I find. So sometimes it's cool to get like a cartoon style image. So something very different. Now so what it's done now is it's generated the middle, the in-between of those two. You got the sliders here for face and style. And as I move the face one over this way, the characteristics take on more of the face of the guy, of the picture over here, the guy, right? So if I slide it all the way over here, and then I slide style all the way over to the woman, now you're going to have that's a little too extreme. So obviously if I went all the way on this side, it would be the same with over here. But look, so now we've got the face information from the woman with the style of the guy, and we've created this. Now, I'm going to slide it over a little bit, and then I'm going to save this. And then I'm going to bring that one in and see if I can make it look a little bit more forward. That's what happens if I do. The eye position stays over there. I've got a lot of the art style now. If I take art style down all the way, now it's a person. Doesn't always work that good. But all of the artsy stuff has now been replaced with actual, human skin. Well, sorry, Terry. I've been trying to tell people for years that iPhone's the way to go. If you're a creative person. Anyway. So let's see if I turn up blue eyes. Look what happens there. Lots of stuff changes, not just his eyes. But look at that. That's from... Do you even remember what that's from? Nothing that looked like that. Close the mouth. I can close the eyes. Jane just downloaded it. Awesome. I'm just opening the eyes a little bit at a time, and then you can go really extreme. Come on. It's thinking. It's thinking. I can tell. It's going to do something crazy. Come on! I moved eyes open all the way to 2. All right, I'll bring it down a little bit. Yikes. Nobody wants to see that. And make him angry. Now check that out. Now we got a little bit more art style again, I think. But the point, I mean, look. This to me is mind-blowing because of tools like Avatarify that can make use of stuff like this for just spontaneous character creation. Or you can use this with other software so that you could show up in Zoom as one of these characters. As any of these faces. You can create anybody and show up in Zoom or a Zoom call or a meeting or a Skype call with your family, and the laughs will never end. All right. Let's go back. Let's do another crossbreed. Let's see what happens here. A crossbreed between that and, see, look, I mean, it's just all of these. These are all things that have been generated before, right, by other people. So look at that. It's just the blending. So now, save that. Go over to the ArtBreeder on my phone. Find that. Save it. Go to Avatarify. Define it. Save it. Do it. I'm angry. I'm angry because my voice doesn't sound very feminine, and I have to go to the DMV tomorrow, and it's not my fault. Well, I mean, it's kind of my fault. I lost my registration. I lost my insurance. But it's not my fault because it's just not. That's what I'm talking about. It does animals too, Jane. Yes, it does. You can create some crazy animals. But right now, we're playing with faces. I could click this or this, but I'm not gonna. Now no, I'm not gonna get sidetracked. I'm just gonna do people, like I said. So I'm gonna go back to compose and just see if I can find an interesting starting point. That just refreshes and just creates, I guess just generates random faces in the moment. Like it'll even put hats on you. Alright, I've got to find something really cool and interesting. Alright, I'm going to take this one. And I'm gonna crossbreed it with Tracy. All right. Let's see. Move the style over. Put the face all the way. Let's see. If I do face and her style. Let's see, I'm going to take this down a little. I'm going to save it so that now I can go back over. Come on now. Sometimes it does this. Sometimes it just hangs. Well, Bob Ross isn't actually going to show up there. It's just signifying, that's just an example of photos you could upload. But it changes them when you upload it. I cannot get a dead-on picture of me up there because as soon as I upload it, it does some voodoo to it. I'm not sure why, if it's a privacy thing or what, but I can't get just my set picture up there. Now, there may be a way to do it, and I just don't know what it is. So let's see what happens if we make these eyes blue. Look what happens there. I mean, you've got kind of a blend between realistic and art style. If I take art style off of it completely, look at that, just a non-real person based on Tracy and that other thing. Oh, that's right. So let's see if we shift over into Indian. How it takes all of those ethnic characteristics and makes the change. I mean, obviously, you're going to want to change hair colors and different things like that. If I take the white slider and I move it down, I don't know. I don't know why it does that, but that's just from moving the white slider down. That, for some reason, if I slide it all the way over to Middle Eastern, she becomes male with sketchy facial hair. That's super sketchy. Let's see, we'll take this back down. Let's make her happy. I mean, a lot of times that just changes the whole. I mean, it doesn't look like the same person now. Once you get that happy, the eyes. However, if I was to mess with the eyes a bit, ooh, she's very surprised. All right, I have to see what happens if I do something that big with the eyes and then bring it into Avatarify. But let me brighten this up a little bit. Take down the art. I think maybe the art style pops in when we really open the eyes wide like that. Yeah. So I may not be able to. I may not be able to undo that. Let's see. What happens if I take the gender down into female a little bit more? Just does that. Let me get the mouth closed. All right, that's good. So I'm gonna save that. Go over to ArtBreeder on my phone. I don't know why it's like down here somewhere, but I'll see. It's probably one of these that isn't showing up. Is it this one? I think so. It says a few seconds ago, but it's still not showing. Let me mess with it a little bit. There she is. Okay. Sometimes you just gotta hack your way into it, ladies and gentlemen. Now let's see what happens with those eyes. I'm gonna take my glasses off to make... let's see. Come on. Now, Jane, if you've done this, if you've downloaded this, obviously you have to post some videos. Now I'm gonna open my eyes real wide. Okay, so that's a little creepy, right? Hold on, wrong button. There, nice and big. Hi, I'm not at all disturbing, and there's absolutely nothing wrong with me. I just really like looking at people. I like looking at people a lot. I'm looking at you right now, a lot, with my big, big eyes. But most people like them if they're not too busy being creeped out by them. So maybe I shouldn't say most people, just some people. And they also say my eyes do not match my voice. And then right back there. See? Right to the source, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, we got an LOL from Terry, even though I don't know exactly what it was. But... loving the Stream Deck, by the way. Loving it. Just wait till I get used to it. Here's one thing that's weird. Check this out. I'm now going to push the applause button. It took that long. But it does fade out when you push it again. It fades out. That's sweetness. But I don't know why it takes that long. I don't know if my USB is slow or whatever. I wonder if it can be uploaded to TikTok. Any video you make can be uploaded to TikTok, I think. But you know, the videos, they all come with a little thing that say Avatarify on the corner. There's apps you can use to get rid of that, which I do sometimes on Instagram. All right, let's change the gender of her and see what kind of big-eyed guy we can make. Well, it's slow. I think sometimes it just is slow. Like that's it. I mean, normally it responds really quick, but I think right now it's just like, oh, let's keep it going. I don't know what, like, is this a particularly tough calculation with those eyes or something? All right, let me get the eyes down to normal town. See what that changes. Come on! What's going on with the eyes? Almost looks normal. Change the width of the face. Why are you taking so? The eyes are too wide, far apart. So let's crossbreed. Oh crap, I didn't save it, so we're back to this one. Look at these. Now, okay, this is crazy. Let's see what happens here. All right, so her face, this style. Come on. What? Am I doing this right? Oh, there we go. It just took a minute. Well, that's not very fun. What happens if we do it the other way? Why are you taking so long? Well, not much happens. Let's see. Face. Let's see what happens. Oh, that's nice. It's not what I expected. But that's nice, right? Let's save her and make her smile. See what happens. Happy. She changed pretty significantly. Those eyes open up again. Take the art style down. And that's what she looks like without art style. Now, they have eyeglasses sliders, but it doesn't always put glasses on. Let's see if it does this time. Wow, okay, that changed a lot. So it just kind of made her older. So I'm not sure what that's about. Put some makeup on. Okay, what if I all the way up to 2? Yikes, okay, no. What if I take it down? Okay. So that's what she looks like without her makeup on. Yes, sorry, ArtBreeder is just a website, but it is also mobile. So if you go to artbreeder.com, you'll be able to get there. It'll look like that. Well, it'll look like this or something. And then you just click on create and click on portraits or whatever and just play around. Meanwhile, we've got this to contend with. Now, of course I'm going to save it and bring it into Avatarify. I have to. You guys, sorry. So, oh, I didn't save it yet. Oh, that's right. I jumped the gun. Profile, find it, save it, add to photos, and now update, cancel, add. There it is. Is this a Zoom for what do you mean you don't think I should talk like this? That's how I've always talked. It's how my mama talks, it's how my daddy talks, it's how my grandpa talks. Now my Aunt Cheryl, she talks a little different. She talks like this for some reason. But everybody else talks like this. See, I'm not such a bad guy. I just stayed out in the sun a little too long yesterday. And I'll be right as rain any minute. Okay, so that's a little extreme. What did I do? Oh, I took off all the makeup. That's what did that one. Yeah, let's just leave her. Let's just do the makeup thing. Now, what was I doing? Happy. Oh, what happens if you just make them? That's mouth full open, ladies and gentlemen. So mouth full open, eyes all the way open. What else can we do? Earrings all the way up. Sure. All makeup, eyeglasses, full facial hair. Sure. And chaos all the way up. There you go. That's our final answer. Just kidding. Let's see what this becomes. Look, now, what? I just moved the gender slider over a bit and got this guy. This is a good one, though. That's a good, strong face that you want to see in a Zoom call. Save. I wish I could adjust the eyeball, where they were looking. I mean, like their eyes, because he's straight on, which is good, but Here's an interesting thing. I don't know how interesting this particular example is going to be, but if you click on this little icon here, you see the lineage of the picture. It takes a second sometimes to load. Working on it. I think there's supposed to be pictures all in these spots here. But basically it shows you, as we're going back, all the different combinations that went into, because like I said, I'll choose a picture and I'll make a change and then I'm saving it and then that's available for other people, and so it's this whole DNA basically of pictures. All right, that one's, it's still, here we go. So you can see where this is the picture. It was a combination of these two, and this one was a combination of these two, right? This one came from a variation of this, which came from a variation of this, which came from a variation of all of this guy. This guy same user did all these variations and saved them. And it all started back from here. So it started with this. And then that made this, and then these two came together for that. And all of that is responsible for this. See? Just like life. Fascinating, right? I'm fascinated. Who's fascinated? The implications here, ladies and gentlemen, they are of interest to me, and I'm glad I'm keeping up with it. And again, now that was just the portrait stuff. It's not even all the other stuff. Mixing all sorts of crazy images together. Again, it's the same idea. Like this, these are just sample crazy images that people combine different things. Look, there's one I did. Let's look at the genealogy of this picture. Now this is a disgusting, horrible looking picture. It looks like eyeballs caked in feathers and who knows what. Let's check out and see what it's made of. Now, okay, so actually it started as this. It started way down here with a combination of things that I had nothing to do with. So it started with this, which morphed to this, to this, to this. Then, let's see, no, these came all the way up the line, until they merged. Somebody merged these two crazy things, got this, and then let's see if I can. Yeah, so these are all made up of what they call genes. So there's a Maltese dog gene, a great gray owl gene, a dewitcher, mink, sea anemone, a swing, a theater curtain. All of these different graphic elements come together in various percentages to make this. So if I turn down the gray great owl, all that much. So much of that impacted the rest of it. But as I move it up, move it up, move it up. Let's see, I'll move the Maltese dog down. I'll move the whistle up. I mean, you just never know what you're going to get. I mean, this is like, okay, I just moved sea anemone all the way up. But it's got pieces of platypus. And then, of course, if I mess with the chaos, come on. All these different iterations. But this is so creepy because it is a combination. There is fur in there. There are eyes and fur. A swing. And I turn up swing all the way, and for whatever reason that happens. Theater curtain. What happens if I move up the theater curtain? Who knows? Earth star. Turn it all the way down. And look, that almost looks like flowers. Like a mixed media flower thing. Flower bed. Look at that, with seeds and everything. Would you agree? Then I turn up the mink again. And it's modified a bit. If I do Earth Star all the way up, it's like a whole different. There's the sea anemone. If I move sea anemone down, what am I getting? It looks like I'm getting a little face in there. If I move the Maltese dog up, to the sea anemone down, so you can see a little bit of a face. Move the swing down, nope. Okay, I moved theater curtain all the way down, and now we got a little dog face. Okay, you guys are typing 1. Did I say type 1 for yes, 2 for no? Man, if I'm doing that unconsciously now, that's, I guess, about right. All right, well, anyway, so that's, and then that was just my weird combination. It's just, like, I wish I could zoom out and get the whole thing of whatever that is. Oh, this has pizza. Oh, that was the thing I was going to show you. So you can add genes to this. So now this has pizza Maltese, it has all the things it has. Well, let's say I want to add something else, like a musical instrument, like let's say a grand piano. So now the grand piano slider comes in here, and I move grand piano up in here, and see how it changes things. It changed it like that. What if I take grand piano all the way down? And I get this. Oh, you're following Jane's lead and figured 1 minute. Yeah, see, it's just, that's okay. We're all, it's, you know, we've got the hive mind. In fact, I think that's what that's a picture of. This is what hive mind looks like. We've solved it, just in case you are curious. All right, so wait. So let's check out some of these that I've done on Avatarify, like this one. Again, this was, you know, combination of whatever, art style. But I mean, again, this could be used for so many things, just creatively, right? Let's see. Another one. I really like the art styles, right? I mean, that's just freaking cool. This seemed very, I don't know, like some sort of storybook illustration is familiar. So all of these are faces made with, you know, ArtBreeder. Even this one. Maybe I should say especially this one. It doesn't matter. I just like the way it looks. I think it's freaking cool. Aye. Of all the things you had to say with my face, you said yai. Another one. There's all ArtBreeder. Hello. I will probably be making an appearance on Instagram later because I did record a video with this dude. And this one is already on Instagram. So if you haven't seen this one, Instagram.com/Bob Doyle Show. Yes, I expected you to return your library materials by the end of the week. That's the rule. Now, Brian, this is the 4th time I've had to tell you, so I'm going to have you stay after school, which I don't want to do at all. But somehow, some way, you got to learn a lesson. Do you understand me, Brian? Brian, wake up. Brian, wake up. Brian is always, there's Brian right now. That's Brian. So this guy thinks that's, anyway, it's a mess. Mona Lisa-ish, the redhead. Which one was that? I don't know. Oops. I like the ones with the big eyes. Right? They're just that slightly exaggerated look. Now, if I had done this correctly, because again, this is one where the eyes are default to the side. Like the picture, as it came in, her eyes are looking over there. But if I match that, then when I look down at my phone, they'll be looking more or less straight. Not exactly, but if I look in my camera, it looks like I think it looks like I'm looking head on. So there's ways to finagle it. Right, then now you can probably see Tracy in here. This was not a big stretch. This was just Tracy's face and then this one, actually, combined. This one is just, I posted on Facebook and in Instagram. This is the jerk next door neighbor. All of these, ArtBreeder. ArtBreeder. Now, her eyes are so big I could not open my eyes wide enough to make it where I could blink. But anyway, you get the idea. Okay. So this was my Friday night installment. Just hanging out. Let's see, what time is it? 7:35. This is about the time I normally start these Friday night things. Tracy leaves, I have some dinner. I'm like, okay, I'm bored. I'm never bored, by the way, but it's just like, I feel like doing this, so I'm going to do it. Water. I know, Terry. It's calling to you, isn't it? You're a creative person. I see you playing with the Reface app. This is right up your alley. Right up your alley. Can't get Mug Life either. Mug Life, another great one for this time. But, can you get Android? Does Android have Mug Life? I don't think it does. But you can do a lot of that with just the first app. So the first app, I don't know which one you're referring to, but the main thing that we were doing was online artbreeder.com. But all the facial animation, excuse me, the talkie talk with these pictures, that's Avatarify. And I'm just so delighted with that program. They're going to be adding voice changing capability, which is good because when I do all this stuff with Mug Life, it allows me to change my voice, add helium effects or whatever, so the characters are more characters. Avatarify, it just records my voice. But they're going to, allegedly, that's one of their next rollouts. I am beta testing the software for them. I'm actually running a beta version of it right now. But for the most part, if you were to download it, it's going to be functionally about the same. You would not probably notice the difference in there. Hey, somebody mentioned me in a comment. Let's find out why. I'm not going to show you my screen. Hey, I almost want to show you this, but I'm not gonna. Well, I shouldn't have started that sentence. That's just rude. Let's just delete all that. All right, now I have to reply. Hey, there. Now I feel exonerated. That'll show them. Well, some people just do lengthy discourse and, make a position and try to, really communicate also. I just go, hey. Because I believe in efficient, concise languaging whenever possible. We're taking your calls. Avatarify. Yes, that's what as I was describing its functionality, that's what I assumed that you meant, but yes. So what you can do, Terry, is just go to, here's what I do. I say, sorry, I gotta stop getting distracted. I forgot what I was gonna say now. Oh yeah, just go to your Google Play Store, wherever you get your stuff, and look up Face AI or something like that, any kind of combination there, and see what they have. And then maybe you can find some fun toys to play with as well. There's so many fun things. All right, here's what I'm gonna do. Even though this wasn't planned, just to drive Terry crazy, I'm gonna show her another app she can't possibly get. I could be wrong on that. It's called PinScreen. And it is another upload a face, create an avatar. Maybe you've seen it. This thing is crazy too. Just a quick demo. Now, again, I've uploaded a ton of faces here. Let's just take this old man face. Takes a second. And you can change clothes, right? Like, for example, change them as a t-shirt, and then, or a style of clothing, and then you can say, okay, I want this t-shirt on him, which doesn't make sense for him. Put a hat on, put glasses on, change the hair, that kind of thing. But where the fun begins is here. I don't even know what to show you first. I'm just going to show you this, because I'm not going to do a full demo right now. Let's just do the AR version. Check this. That head is on my body. See, this is my hands. Hello, it's me. And I can move right up here. I can blink. I can look around. And it's just glued to my head. Now if I click this button, now I'm wearing his clothes. I have to position it a little bit better so you don't see my body. But let's go back here. What I can do is put him in a cafe. This will take just a second. But check this out. So now it's like I'm doing a selfie from a cafe. I can spin all around and show you this where I am, all while I'm talking to you, with the lighting and everything. If I tap the screen, hey, yeah, come on! Anyway, there's some animation that goes along with it. But not that time, apparently. Just choose, and even, so this is a statue. This is the face of a statue that I put on there. And it still works. Go AR again. I mean, it's weird, but it works, because I was able to put hair on it. A little choppy. A lot of processing power goes into this. This particular program doesn't stream well. Whoops, back to the hive mind. Doesn't stream well because I'm doing AirPlay to send my screen to the computer, which takes a lot of processing power from the phone, and then you add on top of that what it has to do to make that happen, and it gets a little choppy. So it's not as great a live demo as some of the other. That one's called PinScreen. PinScreen. Yep. It's crazy. It'll do a lot more. I'm just not going to show you right now because that's not what we're here for. Right now we're here for me to basically end this and test the stream button, which this time when I push it, I'm hoping what happens is it just ends the stream and doesn't pop up that secondary thing that says, are you sure you want to end the stream? Because that's, but I think it's going to work. I think I'm just going to hit stream. It's going to end. So again, I want to thank each and every one of you. You're all Terry right here. Everybody who's watched it this far and is fascinated with AI like I am, for the creation of art and other creative materials, check it out. Play with it yourself. That's what I'm here for. Just spreading the news. All right? Okay.